Hi, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. I want to talk today about something that's really, really serious, and that we sometimes just think it's something which is for those people and not us, right? Because it's just easier to not deal with some of these things. And I want to talk to you about a bit of science on online sexual grooming. Okay, what is online sexual grooming? Online sexual grooming has to do with having an adult targeting a small child to gain sexual favors at the end of it. That's always the end goal. All right. So how does this happen? So we have kids that are going through either teenage years or that are going through depression or traumatic events, and then they feel isolated or very alone, and maybe they don't have people to talk to. So what they do is they turn to their gadgets, right? And this happens in a way where they have either data or always being having access to internet. So what they do is they always share their feelings, right? Especially on Instagram or Facebook. So what the predators do, right, or people that are targeting these kids, they observe these kids behaviors or communication. What do they talk about? What are they mostly into? Do they talk about feeling lonely, not liking life? Do they talk about being bullied? Do they talk about having acne, especially with teenagers? So they look at what is the gap, what is the loophole that is out there, that they can create the gap to actually start the friendship, right? And obviously, they create a fake online account where they say they are younger than what they normally are. This is to lure these kids in. So what happens is they target the victim. That's the very first thing they do. And once they've identified their victim, they try and gain let the kids gain their trust. How do they do this? So they see if someone if let's say a child talks about they have acne and they have issues and they don't like taking pictures, or they are being bullied, or then what they do is like, no, people with acne faces are the ones who are really beautiful because you're created by God, and all these things, just to get these kids to trust them and feel relaxed around them, because that would be the only person that they might have that actually talks to them like this, right? And so these kids get comfortable, they start communicating with this person, and they feel like, oh, okay, this is someone that really, really cares about me. They really, really being nice. So their need is filled by this person, where now they have a friend that they can talk to, and then gradually these conversations and grow into, so what would you like for your birthday? What type of toys do you like? What type of gifts do you like? I can actually get my parents to buy you something, or I've been working somewhere part-time, and I want to buy you a gift. So then they start buying them gifts and lure them like this, where they just completely have the child relax, right? And then what happens is they start isolating the child. So let's say they text the child at 12 o'clock noon, right? Then there's like, I've texted you, why when you're not responding? I missed you. I feel like you don't like me anymore. So the child starts feeling guilty for not responding at the same time. So the child is always on the line, online, or communicating with this person. Even when they have chores and stuff to do, they feel guilty, because the only person that made me feel good, if they're saying that I'm abandoning them, because they know how that feels, they try and not make anybody feel like that. So they always want to be online and communicating with this person. So now this child is isolated from the physical world, or they have this conflict between homework, school, or parents, and now the online friend. And then this conversation grow into, can you send me a picture of yourself? Can you send me a picture of your legs? And then they start complimenting the kids on this. And then it grows into more pictures of being nude or half naked, where they just compliment this child, and this child feels, oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. Oh my gosh, somebody likes me. Oh my gosh, I've never felt so beautiful ever, right? And this is true for boys and for girls. This is just not only for girls, right? So you have predators targeting all. Okay. And we do have female predators as well as male predators, not just the one sex, right? So we do have of both sexes targeting young kids, all right? And then once the conversation ends up to being sexualized, the kids are now feeling guilty not to send, right? So they start sending, and then these people start creating scenarios where they can meet, and then they start to give them their truth. No, I'm this old, I really, really like your friend, but because the relationship has been formed of trust and affection, right? and connection. The child doesn't feel that it's wrong to have a relationship with an older person. And then eventually they start fondling the kids, they start filling the kids up. If when I say creating a scenario, is like, oh, meet me at the park, or meet me at which swimming pool, and let's go have a swim there, and they make these kids feel good with the intention of, no, we're just gonna have a play date, or you can come with your friends, and then the feeling starts to happen, and then eventually they end up raping the kids. So online predators are real. Please, as parents, as guardians, make sure that you have access to your child's phone. If you suspect that your child is becoming isolated and they're not communicating with you, or they're constantly panicking if their phone dies, get into their phones. You have every single right. Get into their phones, look at who they're communicating with, look at what is the content of the conversation. Ask them, have they met these people? Do not hit them around. Don't beat them, because there was a gap, a need that was fulfilled by this predator, right, or this person. So the child doesn't realize that they were being used to be lured for sexual activities at the end of the day. So that's the first thing. Please go into your children's phones and have communication, and either take this to the police so that they can trace this person. And then when you as parents or guardians take pictures of your kids, please be careful what you post online, because this is also a way where these people target kids, like, oh, this child has beautiful legs, or this child has beautiful clean skin. What they do is they take these pictures offline, and then they put it on another side where they just sexualize and fantasize about these kids. And you might have someone who's close in your vicinity who will target this child and actually eventually rape them. And this is why child abduction happens. This is why child sexual predators are out there, to actually have these kids that they can sell online or sell to people. So be careful what you post about your kids. Be careful what you post about yourself, because we have predators out there that are just sitting and waiting because they have time and money, and they can get away with almost anything. So we need to be vigilant. We need to be very careful out there. Okay, so be kind, be safe, and be mindful of what you post about yourself and the kids around you, because we have people with evil thoughts out there. I hope this explained how this happens, and I hope you're gonna be careful. All right, bye.